Now, take me inside those team meetings, because a lot of us in the early days of our ventures, we want to move quickly. Not everyone is buying the whole move at speed idea. Did you get buy-in from your team? How did you get buy-in from your team to, work around the clock to make this happen quickly?
Yeah, I mean, so I think, the those of us on the leadership team, we try to set a good example, right? Like we were super focused, working super hard. This was our number one priority in life. It was very intense. And we had a culture of like never letting down a retailer, never letting down a customer. And so that was the sort of kernel that people rallied around. But what happened then is we got into this groove of growth where it was like this wave was pushing us along, and you had to sink or swim, where like we would go sign up these huge retailers. You have no choice but to launch or fail, right? Like you had to deliver for them. Then you would launch with these big retailers, and through their website get thousands and hundreds of thousands of customers taking out loans. So then you had to scale up for that operationally and have the funding. And so you just you because of the market opportunity we were tapping into, there was this wave of growth, and everybody's like, we just have to do this. We have to do it. And so that was very exciting for people, even though it was incredibly stressful. And we ended up with this like core team of people who just gave blood, sweat, and tears for multiple years to kind of capture that opportunity. And, people look back now and, they recognize it was super hard and super stressful, but it's also like some of the proudest times that people had was, the team culture that comes out of that crucible that we were in. So yeah, it came together very organically, but it was an incredible time of life, like unbelievably fulfilling to be in a company scaling the way that we were back in like 2018, 19, 20. It's often said as a startup, your only advantage is speed, right? Like you don't have the most capital, you don't have the most people, you don't have the most credibility, but you can go fast and you can be nimble. The minute we realized that this is what we should be doing, we can't do this fast enough. And I remember when we were about to launch, I had the whole team together in the boardroom, and I said, this is a first mover advantage in this market. We are first out of the gate. We're highly confident that this is important and this is going to work, but this is not forever. This is a window of time where we're going to be by ourselves. If we're lucky, we're going to get a year. And then we're going to have foreign competition. We're going to have domestic fintech competition where maybe the banks are going to start to figure this out, which, eventually like RBC figured it out. And we got lucky. Our 1 year actually was like 2 or 3. And we just did everything we could to maximize that window and get that distribution out into the retailers, because that's the moat, right? Like once you're installed in the retailers as the payment option, you get very hard to displace. But like deciding to go into e-commerce when we did and maximizing speed after that was key.